His Excellency AMCOW President, Honorable Minister for Water and Sanitation, Ghana, AMCOW TAC Chairperson, we also recognize the Executive Secretary for the Nile Basin, and ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you to this session. This is an important session for us. It's a session where we are launching the Africa Voice on Water, in short, AVOW. I will leave to the panel to say quite a lot about that, but I just wanted to take through the program for today. If our colleagues, the engineers, can you help us please to just beam the program? It's on this laptop here already. Your colleagues know, I think, about it. Thank you. So basically, my role is just to introduce the program. My name is Nelson Gamonda. I'm working for the African Ministers Council on Water as Director of Programs. I'm pretty new, actually, in the House. This is my second month. For this program today, I'll be the moderator. But going forward, we're going to have welcome address from the AMCOW TAC Chair, who is Dr. Tahan from Egypt. Then from there, we are going to have a goodwill remark from Senegal. But if that does not work, we also have some message from the Honorable Minister from Ghana. Then from there, we're going to have an opening remark from the AMCOW President, His Excellency Dr. Hani, who is also Minister of Water and Irrigation for Egypt. From there, we're going to have a short video, just showing a bit of a documentary. And this will be led by our colleagues who are online. Then we'll have the actual launch of this particular AVOW newsletter or magazine. Then from there, we're going to have a bit of a call for some action. And we'll just maybe say some few remarks related to that. We are likely to have a documentary as well on that one. Then after this, we're going to have a wrap-up. Otherwise, it's meant to be a happy moment. Looking at the faces, I feel like we're a little bit suppressing. So can we give ourselves a big welcome applause, please? I was a bit worried, Honorable Minister, when I saw the room very silent, and I was like, am I at a funeral somewhere or at an event where we should be celebrating? So at this point in time, allow me to hand over to the AMCOW TAC Chair to give us a welcome address. Over to you, Dr. Tahan. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nelson. Your Excellency, Professor Dr. Hani Swelem, Minister of Water Resources and Irrigation, Arab Republic of Egypt, and AMCOW President. Excellency, Honorable Minister of Water in Ghana, and Honorable Ministers here present and their representatives, Member States of the African Union present, distinguished delegates, heads of institutions, and esteemed partners, ladies and gentlemen. I'm truly honored to welcome each one of you to this historic occasion, the launching of Africa Voice on Water. I'm pleased to see such a diverse and esteemed gathering of stakeholders passionate about addressing one of our continent's most pressing challenges, water security and sustainability. When I think about the population of people in Africa and the value of water to human lives, I'm sure that we are gathering for the right reason. Water is a precious resource worldwide. We depend on it for livelihood and survival. We are blessed with abundant water resources in Africa. Yet, we also face unique and complex water-related challenges that require collaborative and innovative solutions. Our responsibilities are immense, from ensuring access to safe and clean drinking water for all our citizens, to managing water resources for agricultural productivity, industrial growth, and environmental resilience. Today, we are making another significant milestone in our collective effort to address these challenges as we launch the Africa Voice on Water, AVOW. This initiative, resulting from our shared commitment and determination, demonstrates our dedication to positively impacting the lives of millions across the continent. The AVOW magazine will amplify the voices of member states and communities, including experts, policymakers, and partners who are working tirelessly to shape policies, practices, and initiatives that prioritize water sustainability and equitable access to safely managed sanitation. This initiative exemplifies our shared vision for a water-secure Africa, a continent where no one is left behind, where water resources are managed wisely and inclusively, and where the resilience of our ecosystem and societies is safeguarded for future generations. As we embark on this journey together, let's remember that Africa's Voice on Water is more than a platform. It's a call to action, an invitation to collaborate, and a springboard for greater participation. It's a reminder that our efforts are interlinked and that the impact of our collective actions can be transformational. By fostering dialogue, knowledge sharing, and partnerships, we can derive real change that will resonate across our nations and the world. I'm grateful to all our member states, individuals, and organizations contributing to realizations of Africa's Voice on Water. Your commitment and dedication are commendable, and I am confident that our collaboration will yield impactful and sustainable benefits. Let's seize this moment to redouble our efforts, amplify our impact, and leave a legacy of water security, prosperity, and unity in our continent. As one people, we can ensure that Africa's voice on water is heard, leading to a future where the gift of water is valued highly and shared by leaving no one behind. Today, I welcome you to the launch of Africa's Voice on Water, and I wish us all a fruitful and inspiring launching event, and looking forward for your valuable input in the future editions of AVOW. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, AMCOW TAC Chair, for those welcome remarks to all of us. And you've said it pretty well. I'll not re-emphasize the points that you've raised. We appreciate quite a lot. At this moment in time, we'll move on to some messages of goodwill. And representing the Honorable Minister from Senegal, Minister Mbaye Thiam, we have Dr. Diatta, who is going to deliver an address representing the Minister from Senegal. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, distinguished ministers, honorable ministers, distinguished participants. On behalf of Minister Mbaye Thiam, who apologized for not being here because he have a schedule, governmental schedule this week, and due to this inconvenience, he told me to assist to this launch of the Africa Water Voice on Water. As you know, water security remain big challenges for Africa continent, and we must address also the problem of financement of water infrastructure in Africa, where we have lack of infrastructure, and we are off track for SDGs. AMCOW have made a singular progress on addressing water concerns, water information about the continent. But today, I think that Africa Voice on Water can be very good tools to communicate, to show experiences from Africa, all Africa regions, all Africa countries, to show what governments do, what civil societies do in the field, what private sector do also, what our researchers in universities in Africa do on research in the field of water and sanitation. I think that this can be a very good platform to communicate on progress on Africa, to communicate also on problems that we are facing in Africa regarding water and sanitation issue. This is why we are joining our message today to tell to all the water community to join AMCOW to give more continue to this Africa Voice on Water, and we call for all partners to also give papers to show what they are doing in our continent and progress that are made in our continent. This is the message that I would like to extend to you, Honorable Minister Hani. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that message of goodwill from the Minister of Senegal, delivered by Dr. Diatta. We appreciate quite a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, we also are honored to have in our midst the Minister from Ghana. The name, as you know, sometimes can be quite tricky, so I want to at least prepare myself to pronounce it well. It's Freda.
Yes, Freda, you're right.
Prempi.
Yes.
Ah, fantastic. I should feel good about that. So we have her not necessarily on the program, but seeing that this is something that is happening, and with her in our midst, Excellency, we thought we should make an arrangement to have her give a message of goodwill as well. So over to you, Honorable Minister. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's an honor and privilege to be here. I bring you compliments from Ghana. When I heard about Africa's voice on water, I said that this is long overdue. Nobody can tell our story for us. We have to tell our own story. And I'm happy that we are coming together as one voice to champion a good cause. Even though we may have different dynamics in our different countries, I believe we all have basically the same challenges across the continent. And when we come together, we're able to achieve much. We've all made remarkable progress in terms of water delivery in our various countries, and we all have basically the same challenges in our various countries. I believe that Africa, we are blessed, we are endowed with a lot of resources, we are endowed with water, we are endowed with a lot of in the agri sector, but how do we tap into what we have? We always have to sit back for the other people in the other continent to come and decide and to take the pace for us. When we come together as one voice, I believe we'll be able to achieve a lot in our various communities. Looking at our rural water system, looking at our peri-urban water system, looking at our urban water system, we can only add value if we protect our water bodies. We can only add value if we make sure that water security is enhanced. We can only add value if we don't contaminate our water bodies. But what do we see in Africa? I may not be able to speak for the other countries, but I believe coming back home from Ghana, you've all heard about the insecurity when we talk about galamsey, when we talk about small-scale mining, when we talk about contamination of our water systems. So I believe that this is in the right direction, and if you put our heads together, we'll be able to achieve a lot. Apart from that, we need a lot of financing to enhance and upgrade and facilitate some of our programs back home. We need financing for our water resource management. We need financing for our rural water management. We need financing for our urban management and all that. But it's only when we come together as one that we'll be able to achieve all of these. In terms of water production delivery, I believe that we have a lot of story to tell from our various countries. And I don't know if there's a slot for discussion from the floor, so that we can also learn from other jurisdictions how you are managing your water in the rural communities and the peri-urban communities as well. We need to improve on water delivery, on water production in our various countries. So we are also honored and privileged to be part of this launch, and I think that even though it might have come a bit late, it's better late than never. So coming together as one continent, coming together as Africans, let's tell our story. We are endowed with a lot of resources that we can tap into it to make our continent proud. We cannot continue to live on the legacies of people who all the time tap into what they have taken from us as Africans. It's only when we rise up to the occasion that we can make system delivery work. And I believe it takes a lot of hard work, it takes a lot of commitment, it takes a lot of determination, a lot of focus to put all these things together to ensure that we have safe and quality drinking water across the continent. So we are happy to be part of this program. And don't be worried that you had to bring me in at this 11th hour. That's why we are all here to learn from each other and to listen to our sisters and brothers and sisters from the other continents. I must also emphasize on the fact that we need to strengthen our sector governance. We need to increase our private sector partnership. We also have to optimize service delivery in terms of infrastructure, and also have to have effective waste reduction, effective waste management, and effective water delivery system. And we also have to ensure that we do a lot of monitoring and evaluation as we go along the process. So I'm happy that you've given me the opportunity to tell the story. And all of us here present, let's come together and market ourselves. Let the entire world know that Africa, we can do it. And together, I believe we can. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Fredo Prempi. This is quite exciting to hear from you, and we thank you for giving us that message of goodwill. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, in this program, I would like to hand us over to Professor Dr. Han Selawilam. He is the AMCOW president. So, His Excellency, now you have the floor to open officially this particular session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. Before I start, I just would like to thank all the participants. I see a very good number here. And also the AMCOW member states, and as well as the Secretariat for their effort to bring us here and all what they did for organizing this event and also organizing this magazine. We are very happy receiving the AMCOW presidency last March, which is going to stay for 2 years till February 2025. And we do have the mandate of the AMCOW to implement, but also bringing more activities and more commitment to the development in Africa in general, but adaptation to climate change in the water sector in specific. And that's really what is driving force for us in the coming 2 years to contribute in the efforts together with all the member states. So I'm very happy to be here, and let me start the official statement. So, honorable ministers responsible for water, esteemed delegates from partner organizations, distinguished guests, and fellow advocates for a sustainable future. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to join you on this occasion as we gather here during World Water Week 2023 to celebrate the launch of Africa's Voice on Water, AVOW magazine. In every society, people require magazines for news, information, informed decisions, historical records, improved intelligence, and deepened engagement with the rest of the community. This magazine represents a significant milestone in our pursuit of a water-wise Africa. On this continent, the invaluable water resource is managed wisely, equitably, and sustainably for the benefit of all its inhabitants. The theme of this year's World Water Week, Seeds of Change, Innovative Solutions for a Water-Wise World, could not be more rightly chosen to coincide with the inauguration of the AVOW initiative. Our journey toward innovative solutions and sustainable water management is straightforwardly tied to our ability to share stories, knowledge, and experience across our diverse member states. The AVOW magazine highlights this commitment and holds the potential to cultivate the seeds of change through the power of information. In reflecting on our history, a critical moment occurred in 2008 when the heads of states and governments of the African Union convened in Sharm el-Sheikh. Their pledge to enhance capacity building, information and knowledge management, and monitoring and reporting underscored a dedication to advancing water and sanitation across our continent. Since then, AMCOW Secretariat has been working towards these goals, and our efforts has culminated in the launch of the AVOW magazine. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me recount some notable milestones on this journey. In 2021, during World Water Week, AMCOW co-convened a session entitled AMCOW Knowledge Hub, Connecting African Water Practitioners. This session underscored our commitment to fostering connections and knowledge sharing among African water practitioners. In 2022, we witnessed the launch of the Africa Water and Sanitation Knowledge Management Challenge by my esteemed predecessor, the Minister for Agriculture, Water and Land Reform, His Excellency Karl Hermann Gustav Schlittwein. This initiative sought to establish knowledge focal persons in each member state, catalyzing knowledge management efforts within our water ministries. And now, in 2023, we are gathered here to inaugurate Africa's Voice on Water AVOW magazine. This groundbreaking platform is aimed to become a cornerstone in our quest for adequate water and sanitation information and knowledge management. The AVOW magazine represents more than just a collection of stories. It symbolizes unity, collaboration, and the spirit of shared responsibility. Our member states, regional institutions, civil societies, development partners, and private sector investors will harness this platform to engage more effectively within the sector. As we read each other's narratives, AVOW will spotlight our achievements and bind us together, fostering a profound appreciation for the contributions we each bring to the table. Just as the waters that flows across our continent connect us physically, AVOW will fortify the bonds of collaboration and cooperation among us. The launch of this magazine signifies a historical moment in our struggle toward attaining water security and resilience for all Africans. This platform will amplify the voices of every African, extending a clarion call to action, unity, and global recognition. In reading the pages of AVOW, I was impressed by its inclusive nature, featuring stories from member states, basin organizations, academia, civil society, and development partners, while also amplifying the perspectives of our youth and women. I extend my earnest encouragement to all member states and water stakeholders across Africa to leverage this platform to demonstrate that water and sanitation are vital priorities for our continent's socio-economic development. I now declare this meeting officially open in the spirit of our unity and progress. Thank you.
Thank you so much, His Excellency Professor Dr. Han Sewilam, for that opening address. I wish we had our village in this room, because such a good moment, we would have beaten the drums and danced a little bit. But we thank you for those remarks. We will beat the tables at the right time. At this moment, we would like just to show a short video. This will be followed up by the actual launch, where we would like, of course, our Honorable Minister, the AMCOW President, to lift the launch, and then all of us will join. But at this point in time, let's just take a look at this video.
All over the world, people need water. People use water for drinking. People use water for food making, agricultural purposes, industrial purposes. And for us in Africa, The need is much because of our population. But then there are a lot of organizations that come together to make efforts to ensure that the African child has access to a glass of water to drink, or a bucket of water to have a shower, or to flush their toilets. Apart from the African Union's leadership at the policy level, we have the regional economic communities that help to drive this agenda as well. We have rivers and lake basin organizations who ensure that our water resources are adequately managed and distributed. And then also at the member states level, our ministries responsible for water affairs, including irrigation and sanitation. We have civil societies who ensure that the rights of the people at the grassroots are secured and they have access and equity. We also have a network of development partners, even development banks, who see to issues regarding water financing. All these entities come together to ensure that everyone is provided for. But overall, AMCOW stands as Africa's premier advisory body on water and sanitation issues under the African Union. AMCOW works to provide political leadership, policy direction and advocacy in provision, use and management of water resources in the continent. So it is AMCOW's role to ensure that no one is left behind, to ensure that policy initiatives are developed and cascaded for the knowledge of all. As a result, most of all these institutions I have mentioned, if not all, look up to AMCOW for information and knowledge, policy directions, decisions made by the Governance Council, and also cascaded from the heads of states at the AU level, to be able to come up with priority actions that will help Africa to achieve its water and sanitation goals. AVOW as an acronym stands for Africa's Voice on Water. But as a word, it has a meaning that also aligns to what we want to achieve. AVOW means to speak about something publicly. AVOW means to declare, to advocate, and to assert your opinion in the open. But we conceived the idea of an Africa's Voice on Water. We did not only try to set up a platform that will bring stakeholders together. We also considered a platform that will give everyone a space to tell their stories from their perspectives. On the other hand, we considered AVOW to be an excellent avenue for promoting water-related information, innovative solutions that will be relevant to all the stakeholders, including the private sector. Concerning topics that we may want to cover on AVOW, we would like to look at issues of water security, especially water scarcity and conservation. We want to look at issues like sanitation and hygiene, water pollution and quality, water governance and policy issues, climate change in relationship with water. We want to look at women and water, sustainable development goals and water, financing of water and sanitation projects in Africa. And the list can continue as long as it has to do with water. Because AMCOW is interested in projecting the efforts that everyone brings on the table. A major expectation for us is to use AVOW to raise the profile of water and sanitation once more, to showcase that this is a priority cross-cutting area to be able to advance Africa's socio-economic development. AVOW is a platform that will benefit us in terms of information sharing, showcasing of best practices, innovation, like I mentioned earlier. With AVOW, we will be able to advocate for policies and practices to drive agendas that will be of benefit and help Africa to achieve its water and sanitation goals. Also, we're looking at AVOW to deliver that benefit of creating exchange among stakeholders. With AVOW, we're going to be promoting a lot of policies and policy initiatives at all levels. And we'll drive that advocacy that is able to get the attention of high-level political forces within the continent. Above all, AVOW will provide everyone who participates ample visibility, not only within the continent, but globally, as the whole world sets their eyes on seeing what Africa is doing to advance water and sanitation management. As we look into the days after today, we call on sector actors to continue to support AMCOW to ensure that AVOW remains sustainable. We want member states, regional economic communities, river and lake basin organizations to continue to bring in their stories. We call for support from development banks. Tell us what you're doing about water financing. Tell us what you're doing about financing sanitation projects in Africa. We call on civil societies to relentlessly continue to support this process. And by so doing, we'll collectively put our hands together to build that water-wise Africa which we have dreamt of. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was just to help give the story behind the AVOW. We note, of course, that when we're telling the story, sometimes it takes a bit long. You just have to bear with us, Excellency, on that one. Next time, we'll make it a bit short and sweet.
No, that's fine.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So this moment is the moment that I think we have also been waiting for. This is the moment that would like to have His Excellency, the AMCOW President, to officially launch this magazine. I know that there are a number of other participants online. I wish I also could have had them the copy, but Excellency, if it's fine, would like you to probably, together with the panel, stand, and then also all of us in the audience, we would like to request you to stand and then lift the magazine.
تخيلت الكلمة بقى المفروض إن يكون في كلمة قبل.
So if you have a way of making noise, please do that. This is positive noise, not a destructive one. And if there is anything you would want to whistle, ululate, go ahead, please. And let's lift the AVOW as the launch. His Excellency, one at the account of 3. I think 1, 2, 3. Then we go. Yeah. So at the account of 3. So 1.
What will we say?
I like that one. So we will say AVOW, yeah? All right, AVOW. And if somebody wants to make us say that 3 times, is there a reason for that? AVOW, AVOW, AVOW. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you so much. So at the count of 3, so 1. You get prepared a little bit. You have to shake some more. You have to shake a little bit and get ready. 1, 2, 3.
AVOW!
AVOW! AVOW! AVOW! Yeah, thank you. A big, big hand, please. I didn't hear the whistling. But our colleagues on the communication, they would like to maybe just to take a... We'll continue with the program for sure, but we would like to see if we can take a better photo. Now, I don't know how you want us to do this.
So I think the panel should move here and then the audience in
okay.
the background. So it's more attacky than me.
Okay.
Just here. You're good here.
So let's
please
keep
everyone
standing.
stand up
Yes, I would like to take this picture for sure. And it's a historic picture, by the way. So make sure that you have your best smile as well. It's a historic picture.
John Nelson. Okay, great.
Are we all in the frame?
Everyone ready? Yeah? Okay, good. Please say AVOW.
AVOW.
Okay. Wonderful.
Thank you. We would like to ask the high level to resume the seats again.
Awesome. And just wait for their cue. Non, il n'est pas venu finalement.
Ah, malheureusement.
Malheureusement.
Mais on est heureux de vous voir quand même.
D'accord. Moi, j'ai une autre session.
Sorry, so you can pause the video for now.
No, it's okay.
Okay, so this is just to again appreciate Professor Dr. Han Selawilam for the launch of the AVOW. Your Excellency, we really appreciate that quite a lot. And let's give a big hand of appreciation to our AMCOW President for this launch, please. Just to say a little that this publication, as you might have seen it, it's in 2 languages for now. It's French and English. And our desire is to have this publication come out once every 3 months. So if we missed you in this inaugural edition, please let's look forward to have you in the next edition as well, and it will be very, very important. We'd like also to encourage, as we heard earlier on from the panel, we would like to encourage those that would like to feature maybe some innovations, some technologies, or just use it even to market some of the things, then this is the place you can come up to as well. And we will work with the rest of the member countries and all the partners as well to make sure that we are able to produce a high-quality magazine. For the moment being, you might question about the issues of recyclable materials. I think that's what we are trying to do as well in the production, as you might have seen. But we'll have most of it as well consumed online as an online platform. So let's look forward to that. That's just a short call for us to engage and be part of this magazine as well. There is just, as we are coming towards the end, we'll have, of course, some remarks from the Nile Basin Executive Secretary, and then closing remarks from the AMCOW TAC Chair. But for now, there is just another short documentary about this AVOW as well. It won't be that long, so I would like just to beam for us to take a look. Then after that, we're going to hand over to Engineer Sylvester Matem to just give some reflections before I turn to the AMCOW TAC President. But the video, please.
No problem. Voilà.
So the video is just really reiterating the launch. There is nothing special apart from just emphasizing about the launch.
File seems to be damaged.
Oh, It just started before, and thank you.
Ça va, c'est bon.
Thank you once again. Thank you so much. Mindful of the time, we would like also to make sure that we have maybe room for some few announcements at the end of this program. At this point in time, we would like to have some remarks and reflections from other partners. In this case, we have Engineer Sylvester Matem. You have the floor, sir, to just give us some few reflections as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Nelson. Your Excellency, Professor Hannes Wellam, Minister of Water, Resources and Irrigation, Arab Republic of Egypt, and the President of AMCOW, Excellency, Minister of Water Resources from Ghana,
Sorry.
AMCOW TAC Chair, Dr. Tehani, AMCOW TAC members who are present here, heads of institutions from river, basin, and lake organizations, respected participants, colleagues. I take this opportunity really to convey warm greetings from Nile Basin Initiative Secretariat, which I lead, but here I have a heart as the president of AMBO, Africa Network of Basin Organization. And these are real key actors in towards of what has been alluded to by the president. Allow me to take this opportunity to thank God for keeping us in good health, and we are assembling here to make history in Africa. The AMCOW mandate is to promote political leadership in terms of water resources management. And also, I wish to thank the Secretariat, Executive Secretariat of AMCOW, and the governance in totality for inviting me just to say some few remarks in this respect. Your Excellency, the President of AMCOW, allow me also to say this. AMCOW Secretariat has done something very great for us. And obviously, when you find good things happening, which means you have a very strong leadership, and I won't take much time without requesting all of us to join our hands for the president and the governance. I am particularly proud also of when we were seeing the documentary here. We saw that young man, Obina, has done this. Very good, proactive guy. I call him my son. Always I say, you look like my son. But all of this should not go to him, it goes to the AMCOW fraternity. So Nelson, you are part of the AMCOW fraternity, so you deserve it also. Many of us have newsletters in our institutions. And when I say institutions, river and lake basin organizations, and even your excellencies here at your sectors. But is it AVOW? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. Is for all of us. This magazine here is for all of us. Having out stories presented in this magazine raises the standard continental and globally. Starting from the week after now, let us send in our stories for the next edition. I think this has been really alluded to make sure that the magazine become or have life. And this is not a drama here. The president have done it. So we have to be proactive and make sure it is active. Africa's Voice on Water is not just a magazine. It is a platform that empowers every sector and actors to be on board by providing an equal opportunity for our voices to raise. And AMCOW has set a stage for truly inclusive dialogue that transcends boundaries and brings us all together. And that's why we are here. The Nile Basin Initiative acknowledges the significance of collaboration, and we are thrilled to witness AMCOW embracing this principle through AVOW. By connecting stakeholders from governments, academia, civil society, and the private sector, this platform opens avenues for cross-pollination of ideas and the forging of partnership that will drive holistic solutions to our water-related challenges. Your Excellency, the President, in conclusion, I applaud AMCOW for its visionary approach in creating Africa's Voice on Water magazine. Together, let us create a legacy of water security and sanitation development that benefits everyone. I extend my sincere gratitude to you, Honorable Your Excellency President, for the job well done. And for this, I can say, finally, that we have written a history. And that photo, I think we need, that has a very big value for history of water in Africa. So let me stand up and shake a hand for you, Your Excellency, the President. I come that way. I come that way.
Wow. Wow. This is the photo to keep for the months, for the years to come, and for the decades to come. Thank you.
This is a legacy.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Engineer Matemu, for those remarks and also for emphasizing the importance of this event. We really appreciate that. Before I give the mic to give a closing remark from the AMCOW TAC, I just wanted to emphasize that for the Africa region, we have also the Africa Pavilion. It is on 5th floor on the extreme end, and make it a point to visit that one as well. It's a place where we can call home for all of us that have our hearts and work in Africa. So most of the exhibitions that we know are on level 4, But if you go just one level up, let's say when you descend the steps down there, then you just walk straight on the other side. That's where you find at the far end an Africa pavilion. That's our home, and let's make it a point to be there. Then most of the events that AMCOW is organizing in this particular place are going to take place in this room as well. So I thought I should take advantage of that. So each time that there is an event that involves Africa, we expect you to sit exactly where you are. So can you help us convey this message to your neighbor, say, hey, this is your seat, and next time you have to be here. And I hope they heard you. So the next session that we will have will be on the state of sanitation and hygiene for policy, environment, a situation analysis. This will be again here, but that will be tomorrow from 9. I just wanted to mention that as well. Otherwise, at this point in time, allow me to hand over to AMCOW TAC to give some closing remarks and appreciate all of us as well. And then you can definitely dismiss us. The good thing is that we'll be finishing this session way, way ahead of schedule. So take your time, AMCOW President. AMCOW TAC Chair. Maybe I'm being prophetic. I'm being prophetic. No, I'm being prophetic. You never know. Maybe in a few years to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nelson, for ruining my future. Thank you. No, it was for joking. I'm really touched to be here and to have an almost full room to launch this magazine. And the name is also very touching, the Africa Voice on Water. So finally, Africa's voice will be well heard. I recommend you to go through the magazine. You will enjoy it a lot because it's very, very diversified in terms of sectors and in terms of authors. I think that all the sectors related to water are represented in that first edition of AVOW. And here I call upon you all to make your own contributions in the future in this magazine. Your activities, your causes, your challenges, your projects, your lessons learned and success stories. Here is the place to mention them and in order to make them well seen for everybody. I'd like to thank from the deep of my heart the AMCOW Secretariat, which is our backbone. They are doing every possible effort to make things happen the way they are done. Thank you, Mr. Nelson, for being here. And also, Emmanuel, you did a great job and made very efficient efforts working behind the scene, but I know your effort is great. I'd like also to thank all my colleagues online. They are watching with us in the Ministry of Water Resource and Irrigation. They are also the hidden soldiers of this work. I'd like, of course, to thank our heads of departments in the Ministry of Water Resources, and on top, I'd like also to thank Your Excellency for the guidance and for being always present for AMCOW to encourage and to lead for this period. And I think that your fingerprints are very well seen. So, and I don't want to be very long, but I want to thank you all for being here, being present, and being interested in participating in this event. I know very much that, I know very well that there are many parallels So being here is very, very much appreciated. And we hope that we find you in the upcoming events of AMCOW during the Stockholm Motor Week. Thank you very much. And please read AVOW. Thank you.
Thank you so much, AMCOW TAC Chair, for those remarks. And there is one more announcement from my colleague who just want to share something as well. So, Excellency, just bear with us. I've been also notified that in the program, we were meant to have one reflection from one partner, IRC. I don't know, maybe this could be just like, maybe we heard that maybe there could be just a reflection from somebody in the audience, if it's okay, Excellency, if you are okay just to have just a short moment of reflection. Anybody from IRC here?
لحد 3:30 ثانية لسه يا فندم المفروض لحد 3:30
So thank you very much for the opportunity.
12:30
Your Excellency, honorable ministers, distinguished participants, I'm here representing IRC. IRC, we work in support of government to strengthen the systems that we require to provide sustainable water and sanitation services. We are very happy to be here and also to be part of this historic moment. Documenting our learning, sharing among ourselves, and using that to adapt our approaches to be in tandem of development is a critical component of the world systems. As IRC, we specialize in this aspect apart from the other areas of the world systems that we provide support to. We wish to pledge our support to this noble initiative that we've had, an opportunity for us as Africans to tell our story, learn from each other, and use that knowledge to advance progress on our continent. We know that we also speak for other partners in this regard, in terms of supporting you to be able to achieve that ambition of universal services, water, sanitation, and hygiene for everyone on the African continent. Thank you, and we wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My name is Vida Duty. I'm the country director of IRC in Ghana. But my CEO is also here, and he asked me to speak on our behalf. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, given this occasion, we'd like IRC just to come one more photo opportunity as we are stepping out. And as we are doing the photo opportunity with IRC, I would like just to have my colleague make some few announcements. Then at the end of it, definitely we can walk out. Once again, thank you so much, Excellency, for presiding over this launch. And also Honorable Minister from Ghana, we appreciate quite a lot. And again, thank you, AMCOW TAC Chair. So we can rise as my colleague is just making the announcements while we take the final set of the photos, especially with the high level here.
Another one? Okay.
Thank you so much. So as the high-level table is moving out, we just wait a little bit. My colleague will be just making some few announcements for us to get. Otherwise, Honorable Minister, this is the time you can step out.
Thank you very much.
There is one more thing. For those of us who will be coming out with iPhones, our colleague here is able to share with us already the pictures that we have taken here. So as we'll be going out, we can...
Drop it to you, and you can just, if you want to have the pictures via airdrop, turn them on, and you can use them, disseminate, spread the word. Thank you.
And just to remind us that we would be having a cocktail session today, later in the evening at 4 p.m. at the African Exhibition Pavilion. So after the business of the day, you are welcome to come unwind and network and meet the government of South Africa and friends of AMCOW. Again, thank you so much for attending the launch. God bless you.